Hi guys, welcome to Prediction Week 21. Just the 3 games tomorrow. So we start at 12:30, Everton versus Leicester. This could be quite a good game. I hope so, because it's on Sky. So let's hope for a really, really good game. But I'm going to go Everton to nick it, because obviously they're at home. So I'm going to go Everton 2, Leicester 1. Then now just the 3 o'clock kickoff, which is Arsenal versus Fulham. What the hell happened to Arsenal on Saturday? That was just like Arsene Wenger's Arsenal at old. No one could defend, no one could play football, there was no communication. I suppose the only one positive you could take out the game, and yeah, you did just hear me say that correctly, in a 5-1 loss, there probably was one positive in that game, and that was that even 3-1, 4-1 down, Emery was on the touchline, he was still barking out instructions, he was trying to do something. Which is what we always used to say to Arsene Wenger. I mean, when Liverpool went 2-1 up, 3-1 up, there'd be times that you would see Arsene Wenger just sitting there with his arms folded, just staring into space, and we'd always sit there and we'd express, just do something. So I suppose that's exactly what Emery was trying to do. He was trying to, do something, but obviously the damage was already done. I don't really blame Emery, to be fair. He can only work with what he's got. The board need to go and back him now, and hopefully we can bring in some centre backs and a good bloody defensive coach as well. Someone who actually can teach coaching, because I don't actually think Steve Bold actually teaches anything. Just seems to sit there staring into space and just nods his head. But going on to the game, I don't think Fulham's going to be an easy game. I think Arsenal will win it, but I don't think it's going to be an easy game. It seems to be that period now, doesn't it? I think it is just. I don't think it's got nothing to do with Arsene Wenger. I think it is just this period that Arsenal just struggle at Christmas. But I do think we will beat Fulham at home. I'm going to go Arsenal 1, Fulham 0. Bloody well better be, because if it's anything else other than an Arsenal win, I swear to God, I'm going to kick off. Big time. Going on to 5:30, we have Cardiff versus Tottenham. Again, this could be a tough game for Tottenham, going away from home to Cardiff, but you'd expect Tottenham to do Cardiff, so I'm going to go Cardiff 1, Tottenham 2. We have a few games on Wednesday. We start with Wolves versus Crystal Palace, a good win for Wolves against Tottenham on Saturday, beating them 3-1. Again, Crystal Palace isn't going to be an easy team to beat, but it is at the Molineux, so I do think that Wolves can nick it. I'm going to go Wolves 2, Crystal Palace 1. The next one is Chelsea versus Southampton. Again, not an easy game. We know that Southampton are fighting for points. But again, at Stamford Bridge, you would expect Chelsea to win. But it is that Christmas period, so we never know. Could be some upsets in there, but no, I have gone for Chelsea to win. I'm just warning Chelsea fans up there. Chelsea 2, Southampton 0. Bournemouth versus Watford. This could be a tight, interesting game, actually. I know Bournemouth got absolutely spanked against Manchester United yesterday, but this is a bit more, a more respectable and reasonable kind of game for them, realistic game for them as well. So I'm going to go for a tight draw in this one. I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Watford 1. We then have West Ham versus Brighton. Obviously, we know that West Ham has just lost to Burnley, but they're at home. They're on the home turf. We think that West Ham want to get back to winning ways. Brighton, not an easy game, but you do think that West Ham will do it. So I'm going to go West Ham 2, Brighton 1. Huddersfield versus Burnley. Now, I've just said, that Burnley did beat West Ham, but I just look at this game, very similar to what I said about the Watford-Chelsea game. How both teams aren't really going to be going for it. It's probably going to be stuck in midfield a little bit. Not really an entertaining game. So for this one, no disrespect to those two teams, but I'm going to go Huddersfield 0, Burnley 0. At 8 o'clock, we have Newcastle versus Manchester United, and Manchester United are absolutely slapping teams up now. Completely different Manchester United side to what we saw 2 weeks ago at Anfield. And in a way, rightly so. God, they were just so dire to watch Man U under Jose Mourinho. It was even worse than when they were Van Gaal, if it could even get any worse than that. So, again, yeah, I know Newcastle are fighting for points, but the form that Manchester United are on at the moment, I'm going to go for an easy win for Manchester United. I'm going to go Newcastle 1, Manchester United 3. And at 8 o'clock on Thursday, which is the game we've all been looking forward to, which is Manchester City versus Liverpool. Obviously, Manchester City don't want to lose this game because Liverpool, will be running away with the title. I don't think Liverpool will beat Manchester City as it is at the Etihad. Again, I think it's going to be a lot of that stuck in midfield kind of game. So for that, I'm just going to go for Manchester City 1, Liverpool 1. Yeah, don't know if that's really going to be interest to anybody, but that's just how I feel. So that's my predictions for this New Year's Day / Wednesday Thursday games, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time because it's obviously FA Cup on Saturday. So until then, hope everyone has a fantastic Happy New Year. Don't get too pissed. Well, you can do, I suppose. It's only one day a year, isn't it? And I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for watching, guys.